Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Live at 5 here at Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid, California. Today is our Wednesday Live, and we have lots and lots and lots to talk about today. So, let's tell you where we are. So, Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid. But here's our address and our hours of operation. So, if you are here on this windy coast of California, you can come visit us on Mondays from 3 to 7, Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5, or Saturdays 10 to 4. We're closed on Sundays. So if you want to see us when we're closed, you can check out our website, or you can send us an email or give us a phone call if you have questions, comments, or anything else. Okay, I'm going to address really quick. We don't know yet if we won the contest, the LQS contest. She doesn't do the announcement until next week, Wednesday, so I have no idea, not yet. I have no idea if all of your votes got us the first place for California, but as soon as I find out, I will let you know, and we will be looking forward to watching all of the announcements next Wednesday, the 11th, on the By Annie Facebook, YouTube, or webpage. So just to answer all those questions, we don't know yet. Okay, we have a ton of fabric to show you, so let's get started. We got a lot of blenders this time. So first off is Banyan Batiks. We got the Banyan Hexies. Now these might look a little familiar. We do have some of like the jewel tones of these, but this time we got some pastels. So they're perfect for spring and summer if you've got some pastel, lighter projects coming up. So we have the pastel kind of multicolors, so you got the pink and the blue and the purple and the yellow and the orange, pretty much the rainbow, but all in pastel. And then we have this kind of pinky, peachy, apricot-y color, and these are pretty much tone on tone-ish. It probably doesn't look that way. It looks, I think it says pastel orange is the color. So yeah, but it's kind of pinky orange too. This is pastel blue. Oh, I need to get rid of that one. And this is aqua. Yeah, it looks green, but it's a bluey. It's more of a bluey green. And this one is, I don't remember the color, but it's pink. It's kind of a light magenta. Oh, it might be called magenta. I'm not positive, but it's kind of a light magenta, but it's still like a hot pink kind of a color. So they're all pretty much tone on tone. So it's got, the darker pink and the lighter pink, the darker green, the lighter green, blue, orange, and then the multicolor. So those are Banyan Hexies. Okay. And then we have Dovetail, which is just kind of, they're all white with gray somethings on them, and 2 of them are returning and 2 of them are new. So these are the new ones. These are just X's and O's, all over, linear. And then we have the dashes. They look like little sprinkles, and both of these are white background with then the gray little things on them. And these are from Figo, and then also from Figo is Dusk. So these are the whites, these are the blacks. So these ones are small multicolored dots, kind of like rainbow colored dots, and then this one, and these are linear, and then this one has the larger multicolored dots, pretty much all the same colors, but these are the larger dots, and these ones are scattered, which we really like because you don't have to worry about lining everything up exactly and getting it, on point, or, whatever it is. They're just kind of all over. So these are really, really good backgrounds, blenders, borders, bindings, anything like that you need. Kind of either a black or a white, maybe a black with just a little bit going on in it, or a white with just a little bit going on in it. So those are both from Figo, and they kind of like blendery background type things. Okay. Then we have Quilting Illusions from QT Fabrics, and these are just white on whites. So this one is just like a Swiss dot. It's a white on white dot. And then this one is Shells. So we put this up in the beachy section. So if you're doing a beach quilt and you want like a fun white on white, this one's really cool. It's got like the nautilus shells on there, and then of course dots, because we love dots. Have you noticed that everything so far has a dot? What a surprise. Okay, so those were Quilting Illusions from QT. And then from Art Gallery, you might recognize these as well. Deco Stitch. This is a popular kind of background blender type for them. This is a basic. We have had other colors, so this time we have this kind of taupey gray, and then we also have more of a white with kind of a taupey gray on it. We've had like a cream. I think we have sage. And then we have this more kind of a denim blue with all the little designs on them. And this one's kind of like a tone on tone, so it has the lighter blue on the darker blue. So these are just really good, again, blenders. I did have someone just get one of each of these. She's going to do like a 3-yard quilt, kind of a more guy type of thing. So, you know, they're fun for that. They don't have a lot going on in them, and they're not like flowery. So it makes a good, more gender neutral type of thing. Or if you just aren't into flowers, then these are a good option. And those are from Art Gallery, which we love the feel of these. In fact, their tagline is "Feel the difference," and if you just come in and feel them and you'll never go back. Okay, also from Art Gallery is another returning blender called Floral Elements, and again we have had this in multiple colors, so these ones are new. Actually the sand is returning, but the others are new. So this one is a pink, don't remember the exact names, and then this one is called Sand, and we did have this one before. And then this one is a green, might be called turquoise, I'm not sure. It's kind of, you would put it in the greens, but it's really like a blue green. Probably looks green in here, but really it's more of a blue green when you put it up next to the green greens. And then we have this, I think it's called Lavender Haze. So it's kind of a light purple then with the darker purples on there. And so these are Floral Elements, and again, they're just good blenders. They have really good texture. So if you need a tonal color, so you just want a color with not a lot of other colors on it, but you want it to not be solid, then these are all really good options for that. So Floral Elements from Art Gallery, and again, feel the difference. Okay, then we have kind of basic flannels. So the collection is called Canvas, and it's only because they have the look, the texture of the look looks like canvas. These are actually flannel. They are really soft flannel. For the price, they are really soft flannel. So they are not canvas. They're just, the collection is called Canvas because it has that kind of look to it. So we have the pink, and then we have kind of the minty green, aqua-y color, kind of more of a teal, like a dark teal. It looks horrible on camera. It looks, I don't know, blue or something, but it is not. It is like a really dark teal. Yeah, it's like a greeny teal. Come and see it in person. And then the red. And you can really see that texture on the red. So it looks like, you know, a drop cloth, like a piece of canvas. But it's soft flannel, you know, so that's what it is. So, and this one is called Cabernet. I don't remember what the other ones are called. But that is really, really nice flannel. So if you are making a baby quilt or you're making an adult quilt and you want to put a nice soft flannel backing on it for the spring winds that we're having or the maybe cold winter that we'll have later, then, you know, these are some good options. But we're trying to expand our flannel selection at least a little bit. So those are that. Okay. Also from Northcott is Chroma, and once again, these might look familiar. We have had different colors of Chroma before, but these are really fun because they have different colors in them. So they are tonal, but then you have little pops of other colors. So this one has a little bit of light blue, and then it has a little bit of white in it. And this is a really nice, it's a red purple. And then we have more of, again, kind of a dark teal, and this one has little pops of a lime green in there. And then, you know, the tonal lighter, you know, lighter teal and darker teal in there, a little bit of blue. Again, it looks blue on camera, but really it's green. More of a green than a blue at any rate. So we do have some other colors of that already. And then we also got from that same collection, the 2.5-inch strips, which we have had these before. And these are a really popular seller. They have all of the colors of the rainbow, you know, all the way down to the black. And then you have all of those nice jewel tones in there, including the ones that we have. So, and we have a lot of patterns that use 2.5-inch strips, jelly rolls. We have Jelly Roll Day coming up in September, which is only like 6 months away. So it'll be here before you know it. So if you're looking for a nice jelly roll in some kind of rainbow color with pretty texture, then we have Chroma. Okay. Jumping to more springtime non-blenders, we have from Clothworks Hummingbird Days. So these are a really pretty springtime look. So they've got the kind of like wildflowers on a light green background, minty green almost, with leaves and, you know, little things going on in there. To coordinate, we have hummingbirds and butterflies on kind of a white background. And then we also have this, I don't know, little geometric type design on a kind of a darker green, darker mint green, but really not mint. It's more, sagey. I don't know, sagey kind of a green. And it's tonal, so you have the darker and then the lighter. And then this wonderful background that has some words on it. It, I guess, technically is directional because the words do only go, you know, the one way. But really, once you cut it up, no one's going to know that. So this is a great background if you want some texture, but you don't want a whole lot going on in it. And you don't just want, you know, white. And this isn't white. This is more of a grayed out kind of grayed out beigey white. I don't know, ecru. I don't know. I did paint, but, you know, creamy. Okay, so that one again is called Hummingbird Days, and I see this as a 3-yard quilt. That's really, really pretty. Okay, we also have Carnival, which we do have some Carnival. I should have brought up the fat quarters, but these are super fun dots. They kind of remind me of that Dr. Seuss book with Spot going to zoo. Put me in the zoo. I just love these. So they're like bubbles. They're just all over, and then they're all in the rainbow colors. So super bright, super fun, great for like birthdays and things. And then we do have some like florals on a black background in all these same colors. I think there's a paisley in that. I can't remember what it all is, but just search up Carnival and all of them will come up, and they're just really fun, funky fabrics. And then the last collection is this Blissful Blooms from QT Fabrics. So kind of that classic black and yellow and then gray. So you've got the larger florals with the yellow and gray flowers on a black background, kind of a charcoaly background, not a true black. And then you have on a yellow background, more just kind of like leaves. And a white background with flowers and dots. Hello, dots. And then this really cool paintbrush texture. So this would make really fun binding. So if you're going to do like a 3-yard quilt, a 5-yard quilt, or a bag, this would make really cool binding on there to match all those yellows. It's got a little orange, and this floral has some orange in it too, so it kind of brings in that goldy type color. So lots of fun fabrics this week. That's it for fabric. However, we do have some notions. So first we have scissors. I know, scissors. But we're a quilt shop, and we can't be a good quilt shop without a great pair of scissors. So these are actually pinking shears. So I don't know if you can see. There we go. There's a good picture of the pink. There's not a whole lot of use for pinking shears, but sometimes bag makers want them. Sometimes if you are making a quilt that you need, or clothing or something where you need to serge something, instead of serging it, you could pink it so that it keeps it from fraying. Now, we used these on some fabric. I'm not obviously going to do it on anything that's here, but we did use it on fabric, and we tried them, and they are so smooth, and they feel good in your hand. They don't hurt. They're not obnoxiously heavy like some of the other pinking shears that are out there. So this is a really nice pair of shears. Of course, a really nice pair of shears has a really nice price. However, they are definitely worth it. And these ones retail for $50. We do also have one pair of the pinking shears that are that kind of iridescent.
I think they're regular, not pinking.
No, I believe they're pinking.
Okay.
Well, we have another pair of iridescent colored. We think that they're regular shears, not pinking shears, but we'll see. They're $60. But if you look up LDH scissors, they're all going to come up under there. So these are really, really fantastic pair of scissors. So if you're looking for a good pair of pinking shears, this is going to be your go-to. Okay, we also have a pattern from Villa Rosa Designs called Hidden Gems, and this one is a fairly easy one that uses fat quarters and half square triangles. So it's all about the layout and placing your lights and darks. So if you've got a fat quarter bundle that has lights and darks, or you just have a whole bunch of fat quarters or scraps kind of sitting around, this would be a really good pattern to do. Pretty beginner friendly. It does finish at 48 by 64, so it's, you know, a decent size. You could always make it wider if you wanted to make it a little wider for a bed. But it's a good lap size quilt. And then we have these fun little labels. Your friend made this. So how sweet is that? So if you often gift your friends bags or quilts or, you know, other little things, you can stick a little label on it. We need to be labeling our projects, people. So that's just a fun little, a little addition to do on there. Okay, that was a lot. So if you are still with us, thank you so much for joining us. We had a lot to show you today, so rewind if you missed the first part of it. And once again, we do not yet know if we won the LQS contest, you know, the By Annie LQS contest. The announcements go out, well, she announces it on her video next week on the 11th at 1 o'clock our time, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so you can watch her show for that. Hopefully we'll find out soon if we won or not, but, you know, we'll see. Be it as it may. Okay, well, everyone, have a wonderful evening, and we will see you soon. Good night.